everyone, welcome. This is Flosstube 95. My name is Candace, and this is my channel about cross stitch and knitting, and occasionally some sewing or quilting, but not today. So it is the end of September already. I am back from vacation. This is the most tan you will ever see me in my entire life. We had a blast. We had such a great time. If you didn't see my last video, we had gone for our anniversary. September 18th was 13 years. And the last couple of years, aside from 2020, we've gone to Mexico for our anniversary. We go to an all-adult, all-inclusive, just to chill, relax, chat with other people that want to chill and relax. We eat lots of good food and have lots of adult beverages. So we had a good time. The weather was fantastic. Apparently there was an earthquake in Mexico. While we were there, it was not near us. I never did get a chance to look and see where it was in relation to us. We were in the Cancun area. So, yeah, we had some rain one night. Just, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. Kind of heavy rain. And it was after we had already come back from dinner. My husband was already asleep. So, I was just knitting and I couldn't figure out what that noise. I thought, wow, is someone like taking a shower on the bathroom floor upstairs or something? And then I realized that it was raining outside. So, yeah, we had a good time. Flights were good. Weather was good. It was all good. So, before we get too far, I just wanted to say this is, it was chilly this morning. It was like 47 degrees when my kids got on the bus. And I was like, woo, let's bust out the hand knits. So this is actually an entire wrap. Yeah, look at that tan chest. Woohoo! It is also peeling, which is why I wore this today. I was like, we'll just cover that up. This is the Adventuresome wrap, like Advent, Yoursome wrap by Amba O'Brien. So this is fantastic. It uses one skein of, I guess they would call it your main color, because it's the same throughout. And then these are all mini skeins of fingering weight yarn. And this came in a kit. It was a surprise. I didn't know what the colors were going to be. And I just started with day one. I remember this was day one. So day 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just each day would knit this little section. And then it's, you know, the little, what do you call it? Like, my brain has not worked right since I got back from Mexico. I think I need to go back. So anyway, there's a lot of amazing colors in this. There is a purple and a burgundy. Some of them are behind my neck. But yeah, so today was definitely one of those days where I could bust out the hand knits. I think it only got up to like 54 today. It was not that cozy outside. We still have not turned our heat on, but it was pretty chilly in here this morning, so I don't know how much longer that's going to last. If we didn't have kids, we would kind of like let it ride longer, but my kids are not smart enough to put on like slippers or a blanket over them or an extra blanket on the bed at night. So I don't know. We'll turn the heat on once it gets too chilly. So let's see. My last video was on the 7th, September 7th. So it has been 3 weeks since my last video. That's not so bad. However, I have a lot to show you. A lot. So I have 4 finishes. I have a whole boatload of whips. No new starts though. Unless you count knitting, but otherwise, no cross-stitch new starts. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm down to... I started the year with like 40 whips. maybe 41. I can't remember. I'd have to look. I think it was 40. And it was because I had finished one on New Year's Eve, which put me at 39 on New Year's Day. But I was doing 22 and 22. I still am. So I just picked 22 of those 39 whips to focus on for the year. And if I finished one, I could either bring over one of my whips or I could do a new start. So right now I believe I have 4 open spaces in my 22. So I have a feeling that actually I'm going to show you there's probably going to be like 2 new starts. They're small though. And they're Halloween. So they'll hopefully be done very quickly. Sorry, I'm like sliding down in my chair here. I was sitting here because my husband was getting dinner together. I didn't get my video started before he got home. And he is making goulash for dinner. So I feel weird. Like, I love talking to you guys. I could do this all day. But doing this when my husband is here, totally different. I just can't record in front of him. I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to record in front of my kids either. Just go lay down. I can record in front of the dog, though. Just lay down. He's just staring at me. They already ate, so he's totally fine. He's been outside like 3 times since I got home. So let's see. Okay. So we're going to start with the finishes. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, then you've seen these. But by the way, did anyone have a weird Instagram update where you can't get most of your photos anymore? Like, for some reason, my pictures are going into my gallery on my phone, but I cannot get those pictures. Like, if I want to do multiple pictures, it takes me into my files instead of into my regular gallery. It's so weird. I noticed it when I tried to upload one of my knitting projects from the plane. And I thought, oh, maybe it's just that. No, every day I've checked, and I don't have access to the majority of my photos, which is dumb. But anyway, so let's see. Yeah, let's do those 4 finishes first. Yeah, I did put them on top. Yay. All right. So I guess we could do them in order. So the first one I finished, and I will show you where I was before, because some of these got a massive amount of progress. This is Fox and Friend by Theresa Kogut, and I got it kind of, so here's where I was before. I did this on a 18 count Ada in the color Parchment by Fiber on a Whim. There's my finish. Does it not look so good with this fabric as the grass? I love it. So that's what the fabric looks like. But I put it in the bag like this so that I could keep looking at it every time that I walked by. This was a massive amount of stitches. But I wanted to get it done so bad. So bad. So I just busted it out. I mean, I did, let's see. Here, I'll leave it up so you can look at it. The day I finished it, I did 1,267 stitches. The day before that, I did 1,225. So I did about 2,600 stitches in 2 days to finish this thing. But I love it. I love it. I definitely need to get an exact measurement, see if I can find a frame. Because I think that it needs to be in a frame. Okay, and then, I think I just hit the stand. The next one I finished is from Luminous Fiber Arts, and it is Counting is Hard. And it really was. There are some mistakes in this, but I don't care. So here's where it was before. And it was kind of the same thing with this one. I just wanted to like bust it out and get it done. And I know you can't see the 1, 2, 3 very well on the screen. But in person, it shows up a little bit better. Now, it's still not like super visible, but that's okay. I think what I'm going to do with this is, I was watching Lala D Stitches. Her name's Laura. She just started her Flosstube, and already, I mean, she's getting mentions everywhere. I really, really, really enjoy watching her. But she had done a kind of like a quilted finish of one of her frosted pumpkin pieces. And I kept thinking about this, and I thought, I have so much fabric. I could easily just do like a little quilted finish of this and just hang it in my craft room or hang it over by my stitching area. But I have tons of fabric that I could easily match with this. And I thought, maybe I'll have to do that and just make like a little wall hanging out of it. Oh, and this was on a 16 count Aida that I dyed with Rit dye. I believe I used the color Camel when I did it. All right, and then next is so this is Doodles Halloween by Heart and Hand. This one is on an 18 count Fiber on a Whim Aida in the color Hazelwood. So when you guys, Roscoe's got his baby. Just lay down. Lay down. There, he's gonna lay down and chew on it. So when you guys saw it last time, and it's finished. And I did use, I kind of did my own color conversion. So the greens are a little bit darker, but I think it's adorable. I did not put there's 2 little star charms. I did not put those on yet. I'm going to probably finish this as a flat fold. And, yeah, I really want to finish a lot of my Halloween and fall pieces this next week. This weekend we are going to my mother-in-law's to do Evan's birthday, my youngest. He will be 9 on the 6th. And we couldn't do his birthday party the weekend after because my sister-in-law has to work. And then the weekend after that, the boys have a swim meet. Roscoe, please go lay down. Oh, now Bella's going to destroy your baby. She will tear the stuffing out of it. She kills all stuffed animals. So we're going to do Evan's birthday party this weekend. So I'll be able to stitch this weekend at my mother-in-law's, but I won't be able to finish stuff. And that's really, really, really what I wanted to do this weekend, and now I cannot. So my plan, no, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. No. Just lay down. So my plan is when I get home from work tomorrow, I need to get out in the flower beds and get all of the summer plants that are done flowering and, starting to turn yellow. Get all of those cut back. And then my mums have exploded. They're starting to bloom. So I'm excited about those. They're so pretty. So then Friday we'll drive there. So pretty much Monday and Tuesday next week, I want to get a couple of things finished. That really does not give me much time for finishing. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, and then the last thing I finished, I was very excited about this one because I started it last year. I can't remember, I don't have the date with me when I started it last year, but this is on a 32 count Lugana called Through the Stones from Bestitch Me. Here is where I was when I started working on it, and I had not touched it yet this year. So, I did a lot of stitching on this one too. But I didn't finish it last year, so I had to finish it this year. So, this is Witchy Dreams by Barbara Anna. And that's kind of crooked. There, how's that? So this was a mystery stitch along on Creative Poppy's website. So that's where I got it. And I used all the called for colors. Let's see if I can do this. There. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do it in a hoop finish, but it's not super circular. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. I haven't decided. But all the back stitching is done, so this one is ready to be finished however I decide to finish it. Maybe I'll go on Instagram and search Witchy Dreams and see if maybe I can copy a finish from someone else. Because there are some very talented people out there. And Bella, don't kill his baby. Don't be a bad Roscoe. He's going after the cat food. No. You don't get cat food. This is what I do every single night, is yell at the dogs when I hear them go in the kitchen. Because the cat food, we put down wet cat food in the morning and at night for the cats. To supplement their hydration. And he will sneak out there and he will eat it. So anyway, Witchy Dreams. Through the Stones. This one does have like a little bit of a green cast to it, which is exactly why I wanted to use it for this. And I have a ton of fabric left. So, yeah. So I can totally do something else on this one. So those are my 4 finishes. Crazy, right? Crazy. If I can get it back in there. There. Okay, so how about some whips? Well, actually, why don't I do the new start first, the new knitting start, because you know, if you're not into the knitting, you can just kind of like skip ahead until you see cross stitch again. But I'm really enjoying this. So this is a new pattern from Casapinka called the 22 Cowl, and it's spelled out 22. It's great for just 2 like one skein of yarn that's kind of like solid-ish tonal color, and then one like wildly variegated color, or I don't know, just 2 colors that really have a little bit of contrast but go great together. So hers did not have a whole lot of contrast, because at first I didn't realize it was 2 colors. So what I did is I was looking through my yarns and I found this darker one. And I was like, oh yeah, that's going to be perfect for one of the colors. It's a Madeline Tosh yarn, and the color is called Graveyard. And I was like, that's perfect. So then I'm digging through my stash, and I see this color. And I was like, So this is from Dietastic, and the color is called Hitchcock. Do you see it? It is like a black and white film with red blood. These 2 colors were going to be perfect together. I knew it. So the kind of like unofficial, like knit along or whatever, the pattern released on Thursday while we were in Mexico. So Thursday night after dinner, and I can't remember if there was a show that night. I mean, there was a show that night. I can't remember if we watched it. But I went and cast it on, and then I knit. Let's see, Thursday night and Friday night, and then on the plane on Saturday. So Thursday night, I think I did like the ribbing, and I just started with the second color. And then Friday night, I got up to here, and then I did this in the airport, and then all this on the plane. So the cowl, actually, this is the top. So it'll go down like this. Because in a few sections, you add stitches, and it kind of bells out a little bit, which is nice, because then it drapes nicely. But yeah, I'm super excited about these two colors. It is literally like a black and white film with blood. It couldn't have been any more perfect. Graveyard and Hitchcock. Like Halloween is coming. So yeah, super excited about that one. I have to tie my bags up though, because my stupid cat will get my yarn. Oh no! I have to go turn the heat off on the goulash. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry, the camera's probably in a different spot. I had to move it to get out of my chair to go turn the heat off on the goulash. And take the lid off so that way it can cool off a little bit and the macaroni doesn't overcook and, you know. Okay, so the next knitting was a whip. This is the Change Your Mind beanie from Locatelli. And I finally got all that 1x1 twisted rib done. And, oh yeah, I forgot. I cut that color. And I just started on, so here's where I was oh no, I guess I don't need to do that. I got my little marker. So there's where I was last time. So it was this big last time. So I got the rest of the ribbing done. And I just started the lace section with the second color. This is not something that, at this point, because I've only done two rows of it, I don't have the lace memorized yet. So this is not something that I can just like watch TV and do, because I'm going to screw it up. Which I think I already did, but I think I can fix it. No one's going to notice. But I was kind of debating a little bit on whether I just wanted to not do the lace and just do like solid knitting. And then I was like, no, gosh, the lace looks so good. So I am going to do the lace, but it's probably going to take me a little bit longer. I need to get more familiar with the pattern of the lace so that I can like take this to work or work on it in the car. I'll probably take it with me to my mother-in-law's to work on. So this part is done. I'm just going to fold it up once. I think that is a good fold. Hold on. I think that's a good distance instead of doing a triple fold on it. So, all right. So there's that one. And then I did work on we were watching football one night. And I was working on my sweater, my peach fuzz. Also from Melanie Berg. Wait, no, those are 3 different designers. Casapinka, HAED, Melanie. So last time I had just joined for the neck, and I was right here where my little cinnamon roll is. So I got this is the front. So I have a neck now, and I've started down the top part of the body. So this right here, I will have to, I'm doing short rows right now. I took the needles off because I needed them for the other project. But I'm doing short rows right now. So once I might be done with my short rows. I can't remember. I have a note on my pattern. But anyway, so then now I'm just going to knit down until this reaches the length that I need it to attach under my arms. So that's where I'm at right now. That's my neck. Very excited about it. So maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night. I'll have to see if it's playing the football game tomorrow night. See if it's worth. Ugh, I'm running out of space on the floor to set stuff. Okay, how about some whips? Cross stitch whips. So the first one, you guys love it. Mini Autumn Cat Magic. Roscoe, it's a knitting bag. Just lay down. What a weirdo. So, Mini Autumn Cat Magic. I did get some stitching done on this. I'm not sure how much, but I had mentioned that I was going to roll it up last time. I'm definitely rolling it up this time. Here's where it was last time. And there we are now. So I have done quite a bit over in here. Like down this way, this got filled in. There's a little bit scattered like over in here, but most of it was in here. I love this red like coming in right here. So there's yon kitty cat. But I'm getting down far enough that I definitely need to roll it up. So I'll do that tonight and then take a starting picture that'll probably look like that with more fabric down here. And I'm really not all that far from the bottom. I was looking at like these lines right here, and I really don't have all that much. Like maybe here. I'm at 60%. And I did do the math last night. If I do 315 stitches per day, I can finish this by the end of the year. And last night I did 434. So I could. But then I would kind of ignore a whole bunch of other projects. So it probably will not be done by the end of the year, but I'm sure it'll be done early next year. It's just so cute. And since it is a mini, I do know that it's really hard to see the wings. They're just a very, very, very light shade of yellow. They're very, like, I think they're supposed to be more iridescent, or not iridescent. See-through, very fragile, like fairy wings. It shows in person, but not so much on here. So it does show really well in the artwork, and I'm sure in the regular size chart, but I want to be able to stitch a whole bunch of charts. So most of mine are minis now. Okay. And then there are a couple of these that don't have a ton of stitches, but it's because I was doing, or still am doing, the Go Stitch challenge in Sane Stitchers. And one of those was called Ode to Vowels, is what was spun. And so you had to use the first letter of the name of the chart. So for like Mini Autumn Cat Magic, it would be A, because the chart is technically Autumn Cat Magic. And you had to make a word. So the word I did was cliff, C-L-I-F-F. So this was one of mine, and I just needed to put in 100 stitches on it. So this is the Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. This is on a 40 count, unnamed fabric from Be Stitch Me. Here's where it was last time. And it's, oh, my needle came off. It is still in the Q-snap. Here it is now. So I just did a lot of that outline in the leg. You can probably like see right through this thing. Oh, no, maybe not. Just shadows. So yeah, just a lot of that outline got done. But it's looking marvelous. And was this one called? No. Maybe? No, I forgot what was called for Whip Go. No, it wasn't this one. Brain fart. Okay, so that's the fox. And then for my eye, I did If Cats Could Talk. And this is from Designs by Lisa. So I just need to put 100 stitches in on this. And this is on a Picture This Plus 32 count Sprite. So this is what it looked like before. And I am doing this 1/2 because it measures more like a 34 count. So I finished Could Talk. But yeah, this is like a kind of like a hazy purple color. All right, and then for the L in Cliff, this is Lily 1 by Light Unicorn Designs. And here's where I was before. It's going to be really hard because this is 1/1 on a 32 count Lotus from Be Stitch Me. So there's where it is now. So what I did was this little bit right here and then around right here. So I mean, you can barely tell, but look how tiny those stitches are. They're so little. Still love it. Still have a ways to go before I can put it up on the wall. All right. Oh yeah, my other F, that's what it was. This was called for Whip Go for October. So this is Faerie Autumn Glow from Nora Corbett. And I'm doing this on a 16 count Beach Walk Ada. All right, so here's where it was before. And that's where I am now. So I got some like Ada strings. So I got quite a bit done over in here. Her dress looks so good. And that's the funny thing is my goal for this for October. This fabric is so stiff, by the way. My goal is to get her dress done. So I have a little bit left over here. She's kind of holding it out. A little bit over here and then up the bodice. And then I can call that goal complete. So that's probably what I'll do is finish the entire dress. And then it'll be goal complete. And if I want to keep working on it this fall, because when I started stitching on it again and I was like, yes. But she has wings. Oh, look, charms are stuck. They're the little leaves that go up in her hair. Yeah, so I have her wings to do. And then her hair. Her skin's going to be super easy. There's not a whole lot of skin showing. But, yeah. So I just want to get her dress done. And her wings should be fairly simple. I looked at the chart, there's not a ton of colors in it. So I can probably just color complete as I do the wings. But I'm pretty excited about this. I kind of really want to have it finished this year. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we will see. Maybe I will take this with me this weekend to my mother-in-law's and just work on it exclusively. Take like one knitting project and this. Maybe we'll do that. So then for... Wait. I'm missing one. Oh, please. I had to move it again. Do I just keep getting closer? Or am I getting farther away? I feel like I got closer this time. Okay, so my C for Cliff was Colorful Cats. This is 310. This is the shop cat for Keepsakes. This chart is exclusive to Keepsakes. So if you would like to do this one, you have to contact them. They are the only ones that carry it. Now, I had kind of like hemmed and hawed about restarting this. And I just kept looking at it and I was like, I did do a quick test with one strand and it doesn't, this is an 18 count Ada and the color is called Opulent. One strand just was not enough. Not enough coverage. 2 strands is going to be tight, but I'm going to deal with it. And I think what I'll do is some of like the Krynic, the number 8 braid is very thick in this. So I think what I'm going to do is take the number 8 braids to my LNS and find a substitute for them that will work well on this 18 count. So here's where it was before. It's only 100 stitches, guys. There's where it's at now. So really just this little, it was all black. Like I did all 100 stitches in black. That's my needle minder I got from my Smalls exchange from Jennifer. It's so pretty, birdie. So I kit this entire thing up at StitchCon this year. Fabric is Fortnite. All the floss is DMC, except for the colors. So these are the 2 that I think I'm going to have an issue with. Those are the number 8 braid. I did get 2 different number 4 braid, or yeah, I think they're number 4. One is, I know it's hard to tell in here. One's a glittery and one is a shiny. It's basically for the whiskers, and I haven't decided exactly which one I'm going to use yet. It'll be like, oh, and I think it's like to outline the eyes too. But yeah, so it's not a whole lot, but this thing is not big. It's fairly small. It is 91 by 93. So the ears do take up quite a bit. But it is basically full coverage. So I just want to have this done by StitchCon next year. Done and FFO'd so I can take it with me. Okay, and then the last one I worked on, I actually did today. This is Meow Block Party by Hands On Design. And so I'll show you where I was before. It's going to be down here because I was working on the long piece. And then that long piece is done. Except for the back stitching. The rest of it is done. So we'll start over here with the little mice. Kitty in a box. Okay, so there are some counting errors on this. Whatevs. No one's going to be able to tell. I made sure that the pink line at the bottom is correct. So what happened was this cat over here. So I did like all from this mouse over this way. So I didn't do the mouse. He was done. But everything from here over I did today at work. So this cat right here. Stitching along. I get everything done. I go to do the mouse's tail and I was like, oh shit. What did I do? I have an extra stitch right there that isn't supposed to be there because these 2 cats are symmetrical, which made the tail over 1 stitch. So now the mouse's tail touches the cat's tail. But it's okay because this is where this side connects with this side. So there's the mouse. He's there and his tail is over here. So it's not that big of a deal, like, for real. Although I will say that this, like, basket of yarn looks like an octopus. And the funniest part is there's going to be backstitching right here because these are knitting needles. I think it's a hoot. So I'm not going to do any of the... trying to take the needle out. I'm not going to do any of the backstitching on this yet because I need to do the top. So if the top fits in here with a little bit of a margin, I'm going to put it right here. And then that way I'll have all the rest of this fabric to use for something else. So we'll see. But I will probably flip it over because that's a lot of fabric to hold in your hand. So I'll probably flip it upside down so that I can, because I generally stitch from like this way. So I would just roll it as I go so that the stitching is on the inside. Instead of starting over here and then having the stitching out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, let me check this, because I think I just have to do, I don't think there's any stitching on the bottom. Yeah. And the top isn't that much. Like, I'll do a quick flash. Yeah, the top is not that much stitching at all. Because the whole center is open for the piece of felt. That piece of felt right there. So yeah, let me get this puppy folded back up. So I don't think it's gonna, I think I can finish this fairly quickly, like maybe this week at work. Okay, those are all of my whips. I answered the phone, it stopped the video, so my husband telling me he's on his way home. Okay, so I showed you the one whip go, which was Fairy Autumn Glow. This is the other one. This is out of the Keepsake Calendar 2021. I'm working on Folk Art Deer. And the goal for this one is a finish. So I'll just give you a quick view as to where I am. Oh, this is so wrinkly. Man, 40 count wrinkles really easily. But this is from Bestitch Me. So I really do not have that much to go. I got to finish this big flower right here. And then there's another skinny flower next to it that's like this. And then there's one of these things that's short. So right here, I have this flower and then this guy right here. And then a tiny little bit of back stitching, and this one will be done. So this should not take long, especially because I'm using one strand of floss. So that is the other Whip Go project. And I'm completely caught up on Whip Go. I have nothing that is outstanding from other months. Everything is completely caught up, which is exciting. Okay, so the two things that I was looking at starting this week, if I get MEOW done, maybe I'll say that. If I get MEOW done, I will start one of these. The first one, this is from Barbara Anna, and I got it on Creative Poppy's website. It's called Hollow Scorn You. So it's a biscorn you. That's Halloween. It looks like it'd be a super fast stitch. And then the other one, I was watching the Bougie Stitchers today, and Jenny, her birthday is actually today. Happy birthday, Jenny. I know you guys don't watch me because you're like way bigger than me, but today is her 50th birthday. So you can run over there and say happy birthday to Jenny. But she was gifted Philanthropic Pumpkin from Hands On Design. Now this is no longer available. It was a full kit. It was for Special Olympics. It was to raise money for her son's team. And this, from how it stands right now, will never be available again. But I never started it. And I'm sure, like, pretty much everybody else did. I decided it is not that much stitching. It's just this top part. That's it. So I am going to suck it up. I'm going to use the fabric that came with the kit. I did pull my own floss instead of using what was called for. So I think they're all Classic Colorworks. Yeah. So I have Classic Colorworks colors for my pumpkin. I can't even remember what the called for was. Who knows? Maybe it is the called for. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to use the fabric that came with. I wasn't going to, and then I thought, I'm going to. So both projects are small. I could easily get these done and fully finished if I just set my mind to it. So, how about a little bit of haul, because I got these, I think, right after I recorded. So I do the Color and Cotton 10 Skein Club, and here are my colors. I'm sure you guys have all seen these colors by now. They're like perfect fall colors. So I got this book. It's called Modern Folk Art Cross Stitch. The designs in here are amazing. So there are, it says 50 plus designs. There are 11 projects. But I think some of these, it's taking like parts of other ones and making projects. I think that's what it is. But, oh, here we go. I can show you what's in it. So, and they tell you, like, whether it's for a beginner stitcher, intermediate. Look at this. I'm going to be stitching this. And then, guess who? Ta-da! Emma Congdon. Yeah, so I am super duper excited about this. And I think, let me see. Here's a bigger, it's called, oh, it's from Doreen Jones. I think it's called Lively and Seasonal. I'm not sure, but I just love the folk art pieces. I just love them. Just so amazing. But yeah, this is one of them by Emma Congdon. Happiness is homemade. And you could easily change the colors on this too, if those colors don't quite make you happy. But yeah, there's some littler ones in here. There's some bigger ones in here. That lion is ridiculous. All of these little ones by Doreen Jones in here can be made into different things. And the chart has all of them just kind of separated a little bit. Holy cow, there's way more than I thought. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. So, yes. I think this is from C&T Publishing. It's also available as an ebook. So you can look and see if you can find this on, I want to say I got it through Fat Quarter Shop. But you could check Amazon too. Oh boy, my husband's home. All right, I got 2 more things. So this is from Twice Sheared Sheep. It is a snag-free row counter for knitting. And then I got some stitch markers. It is a turtle with like mermaid stitch markers. And then I love this card. Look at this. Look at her face. Did something go wrong? Are you making this face? Like, genius. Oh, it won't focus now. It's like, no, we're not going to focus now. Hold on. There we go. Those are going to slide off into Never Never Land. Family's home. Got mine. Love. I don't know if I'm going to stitch the Barbara Anna that's in here, though, because it is super similar to... Yeah, just give me like 5 minutes. It's super similar to the one I just finished. Witchy Dreams. Let's see if I can find it. Where did it go? Barbara Anna. I probably passed it. I got distracted by the kids coming in. Oh, there it is. So it looks really similar to the one I just finished. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I love everything Barbara Anna. Okay, and the last thing I have, this is Stitchy Kindness. My kids are home. Okay, so my friend Denise, whom I got to meet at StitchCon, made me a bag. Hi. My kids are like waving at me now. Check this bag out. It is a vinyl front bag. It has a handle. Look at these ridiculously cute critters. And she doesn't sell these. She just asked me if, because she knew I would love the fabric, and she just asked me if I wanted a bag. I tried to pay her for it, and she told me no. So also, she made me a little Notions pouch and sent me some of these amazing magnets. They're huge and very, very, very magnetic. And then she sent me this chart. She told me I could keep it or I could give it away. I'm still undecided. This is from Judith M. Kirby's Victorians, house number 9. This is actually from a Stitch in Time, which, if I still lived in Michigan, would have been my LNS. So that's all I have. My children are here. And they want dinner. I can tell just by looking at them. They're like, feed me.
I don't.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys have an amazing week. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.